but yeah, I am trying to edit a video. But then I edit a video and I post it. You get one that they're coming to serve me food. Are you ready for your breakfast? Oh yes, thank you. It's not every mom is going to be an oversupplier like this. Hi guys, welcome to another video. Welcome to my first sit down video of 2025. I hope you guys are doing very well. I hope you guys are doing great. So I put up a question tag. I think I made mention of this during a vlog, one of our first vlogs of this year, and I asked you guys to ask me questions with regards to my birthing experience, motherhood, and all that good stuff. And I got a few questions which I'm going to be answering on this video. So if you're interested in knowing all that answers to all these questions, then please stick around and keep on watching. By the way, in case you hear any sounds, I'm in the room with my baby boy. Yes, we have to make this work some way, somehow. No excuses. So, for the sake of my bubble, give this video right now a thumbs up. Right now, right now. So, I think I'll start with the questions on. Or should I? No, let's start with the ones from that I got from Instagram. First question says, do you think you can do it another 5 times? I give you this challenge. Take a wide guess. Who do you think left this question? We're looking out for your guesses in the comments. Oh my god. The next question says, was there any symptoms or discomfort you experienced during pregnancy that continued later? Straight in. Is there any symptoms? I did not have any. I did not have any symptoms that persisted even after pregnancy, because overall I did not even have so many symptoms. So no, there was no particular. There was shush. This guy thinks I'm joking. He's laughing. So no, there were no symptoms that I had during pregnancy that persisted. Next question is, how bad was your first trimester? To the glory of God, though, I feel like I think I had a smooth pregnancy up until, third trimester, when all of a sudden I went into labor. I think I had a smooth pregnancy in the sense that I did not have any crazy symptoms. My first trimester went by so fast. In fact, it felt like throughout my first trimester, I was doubting that I was pregnant, because I kept on going back to check the test results and see, oh yes, it's positive. Yes, I just throughout first trimester, I was just certifying myself that yes, I'm pregnant, because I didn't get the weird morning sicknesses. The only few things that I remember that I encountered during the first trimester was extreme bloating, like an indigestion. I could eat just this much food, but then it would take hours to digest, and I'll just keep on belching and burping, and I hated it, because if you know me, you know I love food. So I became someone who had to reduce our portions, because I was checking online. A lot of people go through this as well. So it was advised that you eat smaller portions of food. So I started doing that. I still felt the indigestion, but it was not as bad as when I ate my regular food portions. And another thing that I did to help myself was I was drinking lemon water. So yeah. Also, what else did I experience? Oh, okay. Also, during like the first trimester through second trimester, yeah, I had some food aversions. I had one major food aversion, and that was goat meat. I could not stand the smell of goat meat. Even the thought of it made me feel funny. Like I made me feel irritated. Like I did not like it at all. So there was no morning sickness. I was not sleepy. Throughout my pregnancy, I was not a sleepy prego. Like I was, my husband would beg me to go and rest. But even like force myself to go take a nap. That's how bad it was. I did feel a bit of nausea. I remember going to when I'm at work, I'll be like, God, please don't let me vomit. Because I felt some type of way a few times. I'm like, God, please don't let me vomit. God, please don't let me vomit. Because like vomiting in the office. So yeah, I felt that a few times. So the lemon water, like I squeezed lemon juice in my water, it helped me a lot. So we're done with the questions from Instagram. The next one from YouTube. Thank you guys so much again. I think thank you all so much. Those of you who left questions. Imagine putting out question tag and nobody asks you any question. Yeah, so thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. So somebody said, what have been some of the biggest challenges you faced during the postpartum period? My biggest challenge so far during postpartum is time management. Before ever getting pregnant or even considering getting pregnant, I watched a lot of mommy vloggers who said specifically that 24 hours a day is not enough anymore for them. Because of all the Brazilian things that they now have to do. Oh, let me talk. I just used to look at him like wonder like, come on, like how is that bad? Is that bad? It is that bad. Like I went through a phase where I was so stressed out, I was so frustrated. Yes, I had help, but it still felt like there was so many things to do. I had so much to do. Maybe coupled with the fact that I do YouTube, I feel like, oh my god, I had a lot of backlogs because of course during the time that I had my baby in the NICU, I couldn't edit anything. I couldn't, that was the least of my worries. So like there was a lot of backlogs of vlogs that I had to catch up with, and I had to do that. I had a lot of things that I had in the plan to do during my, phase my maternity, and the fact that I had not accomplished quarter of them, made me so anxious, made me feel inadequate. Like it was a lot. These days, I think I'm getting to a better place now. Like doing what I can when I can. I've figured out a way to, make it feel like I have more than 24 hours, or make it feel like my 24 hours is enough for me to do what I have to do. So yeah, time management was a huge problem for me during the postpartum phase. The next question, how have you been able to stay motivated and inspired to create content even on the other days? Guys, stay motivated. For someone in my shoes, struggling to upload in a consistent level. By the way, being consistent is not posting every day of the week or posting 4 days a week. It's choosing that time, the frequency that works for you and sticking to it. And before I had my baby, I knew that there were times when I tried to do 3 videos a week, sometimes 2 videos a week, and throw in some shots here and there. But then after having my baby, I really did struggle. Like it was such a struggle. I told you guys just now that I struggled with managing my time, staying productive, and being someone with short attention span. It doesn't help. 1 minute you're editing and the next minute I'm scrolling on Instagram, and like, oh my god, the time is fast spent. So I think what keeps me motivated is, and even when I fall off, I'm like, oh, I've not posted in 2 weeks. What makes me come back? One, the fact that I really, really, really love creating content. Like, if you can't already tell, I don't know if you're watching the back of your TV whenever Tosto's TV is on, or I don't know. So yeah, I really do enjoy creating content. We've been doing this long time, so I guess over the years there's been ups and downs. So like I am used to, okay, sometimes you will just fall off. Like it happens to the best of us. It happens to like even the big YouTubers or big content creators, the mega ones or micro ones. So what number one thing that keeps me coming back is the fact that I love to do it. Like that's like the number one thing. And two, you know, the motivation of the people around me, my husband, when I come during the times where the numbers were getting to me. This was like 2 years ago. In sometime 2023, I was struggling, with figure just accepting the numbers or the engagement. I felt like I was putting in too much, and then the returns were just like I would come back home and cry afterward because I'm like, I just had like a stressful day of commute. I should just come and chill, watch TV, unwind. But here I am trying to edit a video. But then I edit a video and post it to get 200 views. I was gonna be like, if you gather 200 people right here, right now, do you know the magnitude that that represents? Like 200 people that keep coming back. So like having someone to motivate you, my husband will motivate me, my younger ones, they will like, oh, don't worry, we'll help you share your videos, we'll do this, we'll do that. Like one time my brothers even tried to help me like push my content on like some WhatsApp TV channels and all of that. Like God bless everyone, all of you who have had the hand in pushing me back up when I feel so down with this content creation journey. God bless you. God bless you so much. And also those few people that keep coming back, leaving a comment or two. Sometimes I'm like, I beg Joe, I can't stress myself to it, but then I remember if I post, so and so would comment that they enjoyed the video, so and so will drop few encouragement here and there, and those people that send DMs sometimes, send emails even encouraging and giving suggestions. I think these are the things that make me stay motivated and keep pushing even when I stop posting for a minute. I'm like, yeah, let's do this again. It's not easy. Also, I think another thing that has helped me so far, I told you guys once upon a time I used to struggle with accepting the engagement that I receive on my channel, like the views, the subscriber count and all that good stuff. Once upon a time it was a source of concern, it was a source of demotivation for me. But then I realized, see, if you're someone like me that's struggling, you've been doing this thing for a minute and you don't seem to be getting returns in your life. But this person started just a few months ago and look at their channel and oh girl, oh boy, you better calm down. They say this thing and I hold on to it so much, so dearly. Like comparison is the steal a thief of joy. Maybe you should stop comparing your views with other people's views and use your own performance as your own benchmark. Like this boy will not let me talk. So what do I mean by that? You post a video and you're getting 200 views, right? Compare that particular video with a similar video of yours that you posted maybe last month, 2 months ago. How many subscribers did I get this month? Compare it to how you performed last month, a few months ago. Jehovah. maybe then you will see that okay, you're doing well, or maybe if your views dropped, it's as a result of this. Maybe you didn't upload as much, maybe you left YouTube for a minute, and of course, you know how the algorithm is. If you leave it, it will forget you. So, different things, and also, you just might be comparing your YouTube channel with the YouTube channel of said person that just started last month or last year, who has a large following on other socials. I'm talking TikTok, I'm talking Instagram, Twitter. Like they know this person, but you just picked up your camera one day and started doing YouTube. Like nobody knows you anywhere else, and you think that you're going to be garnering the same amount of views as them or the same amount of engagement, or maybe the type of content is completely different from theirs. Of course, what the engagement on their channel is going to be much more different from yours. So I feel like most times when we feel like our channel is not doing well, it's because we are comparing tomatoes to bananas, honestly. So yeah, how I that's also one thing that has helped me. I stopped comparing myself, my channel, other people, and I've been doing so well. Like this past year of YouTube was so good to me. I didn't get to the point that I thought I would get subscribers by virtue of maybe subscribers and all of that. My views, oh, it dropped, but then like I use my own content as my own benchmark and metrics for performance, and I have been fine since then. Have you felt pressure to bounce back after giving birth, and how do you handle those expectations both from others and yourself? Um, yeah, like the good thing is like I don't know. Thankfully, like obviously, it will be a great thing if after having my baby, I'm like flat in the tummy, but even before being pregnant, I did not have a flat tummy. I could not boast of a flat tummy. So like I didn't put any pressure on myself to bounce back. I just knew that like I didn't even think of weight loss or doing exercises or anything like that during the first 6 months. It was I just knew that okay, after like 6 months then we can think of exercising. So I think after 6 months then I started to control what I ate. I didn't eat much, but there was a period after having my baby that I was eating a lot, but yeah, it was not excessive given the fact that I actually do love food. So I didn't put any pressure on myself, and from outsiders, I might have gotten like just one funny comment, but I didn't let it get to me because I just felt like that person doesn't know any better. But like, thankfully, like pe- people online, like I don't have a toxic following. Thankfully, so like I did not get any pressure. It's just after like 7 months, because I'm at 7 months postpartum, 8 months, and then I want to go out. I wear certain dresses. I think it's even more me, but it's not like a pressure if I must add on myself, because yes, I want to lose weight, but I'm not doing anything drastic other than trying to reduce my portion. But then it would be nice if I could snap back, but that has not been the case with me. Thankfully, I didn't add excessive weight. Like it's I only even realized that I added weight a few times when I take pictures. Doing my regular videos in my regular own clothes, I couldn't tell. But then a few other times when I took a selfie, and I'm like, ooh, you look sick. And then I wore a dress. I'm like, oh, more, I don't like how my belly looks in this dress. Those are the only few times that I felt like, oh, this stomach. But then, is there any pressure? Nope, no pressure, thankfully. Well, the next question is, were you able to breastfeed exclusively? That's Nope, I was not able to breastfeed exclusively, and I think I'll do a separate video talking about my breastfeeding journey. And I don't want this video to be too long. Tips for soon to be moms. I can give you tips, despite the fact that I it has not been such a my breastfeeding journey has not been such a successful one. I'll give you tips. Number one, do not stress yourself, because I think if your stress level increases, your breast milk supply, it's going to go downhill. Two, don't think that breastfeeding is the only way. I mean, if just keep your mind open. If you have an open mind, it will reduce your level of stress and it will help you in the long run. And two, you need good breast pump. You'll be doing yourself a disservice by not getting a good breast pump. Yeah, those are like top three. It's not every mom is going to be an oversupplier like you see on Instagram. You see moms having huge stash of breast milk in the freezer. That's not going to be for everybody. So keep an open mind. Also, please, breast pump recommendations in Canada. So, when you give birth in Canada, they would advise you to use a hospital grade breast pump, which is this one, the Medela one. That is the Medela Symphony one. That is the one that is available in all hospitals, like to the best of my knowledge. I think even in America, that is what they always use. They always provide for moms to use. So they always advise to use that, and it's actually worth it. Not everybody can buy that in their house. I doubt if anyone can buy that, because it will be very expensive. I'm talking it's going to be costing like thousands of dollars. So what you can do is rent it out. Also get your own smaller breast pump, but then start out with the hospital grade pump. Maybe rent it out for a few weeks and then use it side by side with your actual breast pump, just so that your milk supply will maintain. It's been over 2 years of you for you in Canada. Is it still worth it? So it's been over 2 years in Canada. Is it still worth it? And what is something you wish you did differently? Okay, is it still worth it? Like, it depends on it's been worth it. Coming to Canada, relocating from your original base somewhere else, it's a huge step, it's a huge move, it's just a huge sacrifice all round. Is it still worth it? If it's worth it, it depends on you, your background, your aspirations. What are the things you want for yourself? What is driving you to relocate? Like, what is the reason why you want to do it? Are you doing it because everybody seems to have left the country? You think that's the only means for you to make it, is that why? So I think it being worth it, it depends on, it's an individual question, it's an individual thing. Left to me, I am so grateful that I left, and I don't feel frustrated, right? Because of my expectations. I think I must have mentioned it a while back. Like, what are your expectations? Are you of the mindset that once you step out of the shores of Nigeria or wherever you're from, you're gonna step into the land of milk and honey, aka Canada? Like, is that what your outlook and your expectations are? Then maybe you should not be relocating, because you're going to be utterly disappointed. So for me, yes, it's worth it. So it being worth it, again, it's going to depend on what your expectations are and what your background is. Yes, forget all this they're seeing online. You see different people sharing their journey of relocation. It's different. Like, and don't think that when you come, your life is going to be like Mrs. A or Mrs. B or Mr. D. No, things will be different for you, because where you're coming from is different. Like, what you carry is different. Your grace, your economic wise, like financially, like is totally different from this Mr. A and B and C that you're seeing all over Instagram or YouTube or social media in general. So let that not be the only thing that is driving you to the kids. Like, yes, people are sharing stories, but sometimes I think people are picking the wrong things from these people who are sharing their journey. Don't do that. Like, I don't know. I don't want to go too deep, but yes, for me, it's still worth it to come to Canada. But then manage your expectations. What is something you wish you did differently? What I wish I did differently would be um, coming here with the higher qualification. If I had known what I know now, if I had known I was going to be leaving the country, you know, I probably and I know what I know now, I would have made sure that I, added like some some certification more to what I already currently have. So that is what I would have done differently. The final question says, "What was your what was your birthing experience like in Canada?" My birthing experience in Canada was a good one. I mean, starting from professionalism of the medical team, the swiftness, the level of care, and just the time that they take to explain to you what is going on, what procedure it is they're going to take, on you. That they're going to be performing on you, and giving you the assurance, letting you know the chances of the probabilities of success of the procedure, and just explaining to you what it is that you're about to undergo. So I really appreciate that part. Thank you, Lord. Like, thank you, Lord, that it happened. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Because I don't know how I would have felt, going through that and now encountering like harsh nurses or nonchalant doctors. I'm not saying like all the medical practitioners back home are like that, but we've heard of cases where like the nurses are not the sweetest. You know, if you really want to be pampered in a hospital when you want to give birth, then maybe you should go to a high-end hospital. But over here, I mean, I didn't even spend a dime. Like, we didn't pay out of pocket for anything. Even um my baby stay at the NICU, like we didn't pay. But then all the nurses, they did their jobs. Of course, you find a few that maybe are not as efficient as some others, but then that's my maybe one person out of 10 people that you will encounter. So it was a good experience. Now let's talk about aftercare. Ha! You give birth, you're now in the recovery ward, and then you will have the nurses dote on you, that they are coming to check up on you multiple times a day, even during the course of the night. You will have at least two nurses, maybe even three, come check up on you. Hey mama, if you're on pain meds, they are coming to make sure that you take your pain meds. They're coming to give them to you and make sure that you use them. And even for those that even had their baby with them in the ward, you see, I could hear the nurses helping them out with debating the baby, giving them advice, showing them things. Like, such a lovely experience. After that, they serve you meals. Me, I love that part. Like, for someone who always cooks her meals, like, I love the fact that, oh, so they're coming to serve me food. Are you ready for your breakfast? Oh yes, thank you. They leave it for me. They come, are you done? Oh yes, thank you. They take it away. They take the plates away. So nice. I'm gonna put images or pictures of like the foods that I was served at the hospital. I mean, it's not what I am used to as a Nigerian. Like, it's not nothing close to what I'm used to. Even the portions so minute, like so little. But then I enjoyed it, and because of my stay at the hospital, now I cook and I steam some green beans and carrots to, as to serve with my rice. That's because I did not mind it when I was served that at the hospital, So I picked up some, serving inspiration from what I was served at the hospital. After that, even though my baby was at the NICU, we didn't pay nothing. The only expenses that we incurred, unfortunately, were parking fees, given that we visited baby 2 times in a day. Imagine paying for parking, and parking is not cheap. So for the first couple of weeks, we were paying as we came, but then my husband figured out that there was like a parking pass. So just in case you are going to be in the hospital longer than 2 3 days, you just might want to check out the hospital parking situation and find out if they have like parking passes that you can buy and load up. So those were a lot cheaper eventually, and we were like, oh, how come we did not know about this um earlier enough? And I think I must have mentioned that yes, there are some people, you do encounter some people that maybe they are not as good at their job as others, but like it's only a few. There you will also encounter people that they're just so sweet and you just appreciate having them as one of the people to care for your child. There's this woman, right now I forgot her name. Oh my god, was an older woman. Like she was the only one who asked us, aside from okay, yeah, you're caring for the baby, you brought milk. She asked us about our parking, like how are we coping with the parking? And then she asked us, do you know you can get the parking pass? At this time, we already figured that out. I was like, oh yes, we just found out last week. Thank you. Imagine if she had been on duty way earlier, we would not have spent so much money. So yeah, that's all the questions. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to try to cut this. I wish that I didn't talk too much because I didn't want this video to be too long. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for leaving your questions. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.